Alphabetically, the following is the list of technical cricket terms. Script taken from Tripod www.sccwa.tripod.com for better understanding cricket commentary in English. Appealer claim that a batter has been put out, made by the person making the play. Umpires will not signal some outs unless appealed to by the appropriate player. Bat and pad catch a hit that hits a batter's leg pad and is caught by a fielder before it touches the ground. A clear out. Batting average: the average number of earned runs scored by a batter, defined as total runs scored divided by number of times the batter was out, bowled, see pick above, and out, which is achieved by a pitch that hits the batter's sticks, whether or not touched by the bat. Rather like baseballs, strike out. Bowling average: the average number of earned runs scored off a pitcher bowler per every out he takes, break a change in direction of a pitch, after it is bounced by the pitcher bumper, see pick above, a ball that is bounced high enough to hit a batter's head or shoulders, cricket's equivalent of the beanball. Buys: runs scored on wild pitches, i.e. when the ball goes past the wicket keeper, catcher without having been touched by the batter, and runs can be scored, much like stolen bases on wild pitches in baseball. The runs are added to the team total as extras, but not credited to batters, nor charged to bowlers. Caught out: an out resulting from a hit caught by a fielder in the air, i.e. before touching the ground, like baseballs, pop fly, Chinaman are left-handers. Googly is a pitch that looks as if it could break into a right-handed batter on the bounce, but breaks away instead. So called because the first person to have delivered such a pitch was of Chinese extraction. In the West Indies, country old name for the outfield. In cricket, cover drive: a drive that is hit away from the batter's body. In baseballs, first base direction, cutter, leg or off a fast pitch where a slashing arm action rather than wrist or finger spin is used to get a slight break off the bounce. Depending on the direction of the break, it can be called a leg cutter or off cutter. Declaration: in unlimited over games, a decision by the captain of a batting side to stop batting and put the other side into bat, usually done to allow enough time to win a game. Double century: an individual score of 200 runs or more by a batter. Draw: in an unlimited overs game of 1 or 2 innings, a situation where neither side wins. The first team's total is not surpassed, but the innings are not completed. No draws are allowed in limited over games. Drive: a hit executed by the batter in which he swings the bat in a long arc, much like teeing off at golf, and sends the ball in one of several possible directions. Duck: a 0 individual score, awarded to a batter who is out without scoring a single earned run. Economy rate: the average number of earned runs scored off a pitcher bowler per over that he bowls. Pitches: a measure of pitching efficiency. Follow on: in a full 2 innings game, where the team batting second is asked to bat again because its first innings total is far behind that of the other team. Fourer or boundary: a line drive that reaches the fence, counting as 4 runs. Full toss: a pitch that reaches the batter without a bounce, like a baseball pitch. Glide: a hit which is executed like a drive but is angled to go behind the batter on his offside. Good length or good length delivery: a pitch which bounces just outside the batter's maximum forward reach, i.e. 3 to 5 yards from the wickets, depending upon batter's height. These pitches are the hardest for a batter to hit, because he cannot decide whether to step forward anyway, or if he should step back and give himself the maximum distance from the bounce, to see what the ball might be doing. Googly: a pitch which is thrown with baseball's screwball grip but reverse finger spin, to look like a leg break that should move across and away from the batter but actually moves in the opposite direction, i.e. into the batter like an off break, after it bounces. Half century: an individual score of 50 runs or more by a batter. Hat trick: getting 3 batters out in 3 successive pitches, so called because in the 17th century, a pitcher bowler who accomplished the feat was rewarded by an immediate bonus, collected by passing a hat among gathered spectators. Hook: a hit that is executed by the batter swinging his bat around his body, and following up with a complete body turn, usually pivoting on 1 foot, works best on a pitch that is moving away from the batter on his legged side. Innings: the total number of runs scored by a team during its time at bat. Innings victory: in a full 2 innings game, a victory where one team scores more runs in a single innings than its opponent does in 2. In swing: a pitch that moves into a batter in the air, like baseball's curveball. It is not cricket. An expression meaning any action that is deceptive, unfair or underhanded, i.e. contrary to the spirit in which cricket is supposed to be played. Late cut, a hit that is executed by a batter by deflecting the pitch in a slicing motion, just before it reaches the wicket keeper or catcher. LBW, leg before wicket, a pitch which is intercepted by a batter's body before it hits the sticks. An umpire will rule the batter out if he is sure that the sticks would have been hit. Leg break, a pitch that is thrown almost like baseball's screwball, and breaks into a batter's body off the bounce, from the batter's leg side, leg by runs scored when the ball hits the batter's legs, and goes off into the field. The runs are added to the team total as extras, but not credited to batters, nor charged to bowlers. Note, leg byes are not allowed when there is an LBW out, or if the ball has been intentionally kicked or deflected by the batter. Leg glance, a hit consisting of a deflection around the batter's legs, of a pitch past the wicket keeper, catcher, and behind him. Leg side, that half of the field, as bisected by a line joining the wickets and extended both ways, where the batter's legs are placed. Also called onside. Limited and unlimited over games. Limited over games are those where each team is allowed to bat only for a designated number of overs. Typically, 30, 40, 45 or 50 overs are set as the limit for each team's innings. Unlimited over games are those where no over restriction is placed on a team's innings. Lofted drive, a drive where the ball is lofted, hit in the air, to clear infield or midfield positions. Long hop or short pitch, a pitch that is bounced far away from the batter, at least 7 to 10 yards away, so it reaches the batter after a long hop, or bounce. Maiden over, a set of 6 pitches delivered by a bowler in which no earned runs are scored. Nightwatchman, in matches, games lasting 2 or more days, a lower order batter who is sent into stall for time late in the evening, so the more experienced batters can bat the following day. No ball, a pitch delivered by a pitcher who has crossed the line he is supposed to pitch from, or violated some other rule. When an umpire calls no ball, the batter cannot be out except when running and gets tagged. ODI, a one-day international, an official limited over cricket game, typically 50 overs per team, where the contenders are accredited national teams. Off-break, a pitch which, after bouncing, breaks into the batter's body from his offside. Off-drive, a drive which is executed at about a 45-degree angle to the line of the wickets, on the batter's offside. Offside, that half of the field, as bisected by a line joining the wickets and extended both ways, which is in front of and away from the batter, i.e. the other half of the field, as opposed to his leg, or on side. On drive, a drive which is executed at about a 45-degree angle to the line of the wickets, on the batter's on or leg side. Opening batsman, one of the first 2 batters sent in to start a team's innings. Outswing, a pitch which moves down and away from the batter in the air, like baseball's slider, over the set of 6 pitches delivered from one wicket to the other by a pitcher. Overpitch, a pitch which is pitched so far forward that the batter can reach the point where it bounced by a forward step. Partnership, stand used to indicate the number of runs scored by both batters on base, between one out and the next one. For example, a partnership of 100 runs for the 3rd wicket would mean that 100 runs were scored by both batters between the 2nd and 3rd out. Pull, a hit executed by a batter pulling an offside pitch around his body towards his other, i.e. on or leg, side. Runs, safe crossings from wicket to wicket, by a batter and his partner after hitting earned runs, or off a fielding error like stolen bases, extras. Each crossing scores 1 run to the batting team. Run out, like baseball's tag, an out, which consists of the fielder striking the wickets towards which a runner is headed, before he gets to it. Run rate, the rate at which runs are being scored per over, in an innings. Seamer, a faster pitch delivered with the seam straight, and which can slide in the air or break unexpectedly. Sixer, or over boundary, a hit that flies over the fence without a bounce, scoring 6 runs. Spectacles. A double duck, i.e. a batter who is out for 0 runs in both innings of a 2-inning cricket game. Spin bowler, a kind of pitch, usually delivered at slow speed, where fingers and wrist are used to impart spin to the ball to achieve breaks. So, spin bowler equals a pitcher who uses spin. Square cut, a hit that looks like a slash across the body, used by batter to hit the ball square to his batting position. In baseball terms, like a hit towards first base by a right-handed batter, or third base by a left-hander. Sticky wicket, a field which is partly dry and partly wet, creating a treacherous and uncertain bounce which makes the batter's life difficult. By extrapolation, any life situation which is full of hazardous uncertainty. Stonewall to bat only to stop the pitcher from hitting the sticks, without attempting to score. A defensive tactic, like basketball's stall. Stop the rock bat in a partnership that lasts long enough and scores enough runs to make up for a succession of quick outs and a low score total. Earlier in the innings, strike rate, the number of earned runs scored by a batter per pitches actually faced by him. Stumped and out, which is made by the catcher, wicket keeper, catching the batter out of his ground when he is trying to hit, dot and misses. Sweeper hit, executed towards his leg or onside, by sweeping his bat around his body. Tail end are the last 2 or 3 batters in a team's batting order. The tail wags if these batters manage to score a significant amount of runs. Take guard, see pick above what a batter does when he first goes into bat, i.e. he asks the umpire for guidance, and marks his position where he wishes to stand when batting. Test match, an official 2-inning match between 2 accredited national teams, usually spread over 5 playing days, 30 hours, ton or century, an individual score of 100 runs or more by a batter, triple century, an individual score of 300 runs or more by a batter. Wickets, the terms wicket and wickets are used in different and important ways. The wicket is the strip of field between the 2 sets of sticks marking the bases, as in sticky wicket. A wicket, used as singular or plural, is a count of the number of outs in an inning, so 85 for 6 wickets means 85 runs scored for 6 outs. The wickets, always used in plural, are the set of 3 sticks or stumps marking the base, as in, he stood in front of the wickets. It helps to know the context in which the word is being used. Wicket keeper, the position equivalent to baseball's catcher. Wicket maiden, a maiden over, where 1 or more outs, such as bowled or caught out, also occur. Wide ball, a pitch that travels too far from the batter for him to have a reasonable chance of hitting it. The pitcher has to throw the pitch again, and a penalty run is scored for the batting team. Win by X wickets, the number of wickets, or outs, that the team batting second has in hand when it passed the first team's total score. A win by 10 wickets, meaning no member of the second batting team was out, is an overwhelming victory. A win by 1 wicket, meaning only the last out was left to the second team, a very narrow one. Win by X runs, the number of runs by which the team batting second falls short of the mark set by the first team, either because it has had 10 batters out or because, in a limited overs game, time ran out. Yorker, an over-pitched delivery which is thrown so far forward as to bounce right under the batter's bat, and beat him. Thanks for watching.